Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Quartet Masterclass today. We are super happy that we will be talking about how to attract talent, engage them, and convert them, like to get the best applicants or the best talent with the inbound recruiting methodology. As you know, I want to introduce a little bit Alex and Mickey. Alex is working for continents, he said, and also like he's working with the culture and the strategy of GB Foods. And on the other side, Mickey is Director Culture and People Experience in the African Leadership Group. And myself, I help companies to attract better talent by applying the inbound recruiting methodology, helping them like to build their employer brand and their recruitment strategies. And today, we want you to participate as much as you can. So please, if you are in YouTube, you can comment on the chat. You can ask right away during the masterclass, and afterwards, we will give some space to talk about whatever your challenges about recruiting or attracting talent or whatever you want to share with us. We love to read your comments and also like talk about them. And in the other side, also if you're in LinkedIn, please do comment as well. And yeah, maybe we can start right away with the Quartet Masterclass. But before, we want to introduce a little bit what is Quartet. So I'll let Alex explain a little bit more what is Quartet.
So thank you very much, Tony. Welcome everyone. Even before I explain this, so as you know, the sessions what we make is Tony will deliver a fantastic 20-30 minutes masterclass, and then we're going to have a little bit of debate on what Tony just explained, and we're expecting many questions from all of you so that Tony and the rest of us can answer them. So what is Quartet? Quartet is essentially, we like to call ourselves a movement, a community of people that do believe in a better way, basically to manage people. Right, we do believe that companies can do much better in the area of managing people, and that essentially you can create a better business and a more human business at the same time. We're looking for solutions that deliver more value for the business and at the same time deliver more value for the people. You know, you can create more human, more happy workplace at the same time, then more productive and more effective. To do so, we have what is showing here in the slide, the framework that is essentially divided in 3 stages: the discovery part, the hiring part, and the management part. I'm not going to spend a lot of time, but I'm just going to say that in our previous master classes that you can find both in YouTube and in Spotify, we already covered very relevant topics such as purpose and also the part of match that you see here, right? How to attract or how to build partners within your organization. So I'm not going to extend myself a lot longer than that, and I'm going to give the space to Tony so that today we can focus on the attract part, okay, and on how to better attract people, especially in today's digital age. So Tony, please feel free.
Fantastic, thank you, Alex, and see you in a bit. So let's just start at the end. One of the things we want to change, or one statistic we want to change, is this one. This is like just 1 out of 4 people is happy at their job, and what we see is that one of the moments that number starts is when we are looking for a job or when we're hiring, because a lot of people right now, the way the information they have before they join a company is just a few information, and we want more information so people can decide and can have like more meaningful jobs and can have jobs that they like and they are happy with it. So that's why we want to change the way we attract talent and the way we recruit. And what we see is like the world has changed completely, and we see like this change not because just of COVID. We see like a change in a lot of trends. We see people working freelance, we see people working remote, we see people that they are looking for different stuff, or through the COVID even, they realize that they don't like their job or they don't feel that fulfilled, and there are options to change. And us as a recruiters or as a managers, like if we look for recruiter the team, because this is that can apply for everyone, we need to adapt to this, because people, they're not looking anymore for a job or just or for just a salary. They are looking for something else in a job, like something that they can let us learn, let us improve as a professionals, enjoy the time, enjoy our colleagues, and also like feel meaning, feel that we are feeling as well our purpose. And what we see is people, they are not looking anymore when they look for a job, just like the position. Okay, what are my tasks? What is the salary? Obviously, they are going to look at about that, like in the previous discussion. I asked in LinkedIn, what is the things that you look for in a job? And some people they were saying like salary, but obviously salary is necessary. The same when you go to buy something, you look at the price tag, but then the salary just itself doesn't give you that meaning or that joy when you are at work. So what we see is like people more and more thinks that the work is something that defines them. So we have to see how we adapt our recruiting strategy in order to show to the candidates what they're looking for. So one of the things that we promised in the title was like how to get more engaged employees. So before we start with the recruiting, we need to understand what makes people engage in a company and in a job. Okay, so we created like this Maslow pyramid, but it's about engagement in the work, and there are like different levels. There are three main levels. Like today now we're seeing the first one, that is the what level. And the what level, we have like three elements. The first element is salary. That's what we are talking about. So the first thing that's gonna get me engaged working in a company is the need to earn money. Or like imagine when you were like maybe 16 or 17, you were working in summers just for money. You didn't care much about the security, you didn't care much about recognition, you didn't care much about the culture of the company you were working. You're just working for get some money and do your thing. Or if you are in survival mode, like you need some food to eat and you need money to buy it, you're gonna be engaged because you need that money. Okay, but that's the first level. The second level is the security. You like to have the security that you're gonna have this salary, no? Like our grandparents or even our parents, like, no, stay all your life in this company, this multinational company that will give you a lot of security. Now we want like this undefined contracts, that is security that I'm gonna have a job. So some people, they are not entrepreneurs because they want this security. So some people will stick with you and will be engaged with you because they have this security. And the third level within the what level is the recognition. But recognition in terms of how much you pay me, if I have like a bigger desk, if I have an office, if you give me a company car, if you give me some recognition in terms of bonus. So these are the kind of stuff that you were saying, like, oh, look how successful is my son, or look, like he has like an office, or he has like different stuff. But what happened and why is this? And this is the normal things that we see. And when we read the most of the job offers, we only talk about this. We only talk about salary. We only talk about what you will get, and we talk about the security, the type of contract you're gonna have. No, this is the kind of stuff. But what happened in this level? That if one company comes and they offer me more, I'm gonna leave, because the only reasons that I'm staying in your company is because of this. If some company comes and offers me more salary, I'm just gonna leave. No, we see this, and for instance, in the IT sector, we say, oh, they are mercenaries. They're not mercenaries. They're just like engaged because you pay them and you kind of offer them a job, but they're not afraid about recognition. They're not afraid about security. So the question is what we can do to, if a company comes and offers them a little bit more salary, in order to keep them, but not keep them, like have them engaged in order that they will say no, not because you offer them more, if not, they are happy. How we can get this? So with the second level, the how level, that is with the culture of the company. Here, companies are a bit different, because one culture of the company will be different than another one. No, so what we want, or what people care and what makes people engage with your company, is the how. How is it working in your company, the day to day? How you make evolve people, how you train them, how you coach them, how are the bosses that work in your company. So that will be super different between companies. And I've seen in my past experience people who are joining our company lowering their salary, lowering their positions, just because they wanted to be part of that culture in the company. No, like we know famous company cultures from different companies that they are super attractive to us. Why? Because they have like an interesting culture, not because of the salary, not because of the security, not because of the recognition. And people, if you come with just money, probably you're gonna say, I don't know if I want to put in risk and move into another company if I know that maybe my colleagues won't be as cool as they are here, or I won't be as happy as I'm here. So that is the the middle level, the culture, so that this is important stuff. And a lot of people right now wants to know, I will show you some data later, wants to know about this. But what is the higher level? So the higher level, and we talked about this in the past masterclass, is the why level, the purpose. Why I'm working here? Why for? So that is like why I'm spending my time here, yeah, with these cool people. But what we are really doing? Why I'm spending so much time here? Do I feel connected to that purpose, to the company purpose? Yes or no? Do I believe in what I do? So we see a lot of crisis here. Like a lot of people was like, I don't believe anymore in what I'm doing. So it's like, do I believe in what do I do? So it's really important that people believe and people understand why you do what you do, and people believe the same you believe when they work for you in order to stay engaged. Because if they're passionate, they believe in what you believe. If someone approach them with more money, they will say like, no, because I'm happy here. And I've seen this in my own skin, that seeing people that was so engaged with the company that no matter, they didn't care about the salary, they care about the project, they care about what we are trying to achieve. And people weren't even looking for jobs because they believe in what the company believe, and they believe what they were doing. So what help us having people engage at this level? And I will provide you like a really easy example I didn't understand. So what will help you is like to lower your absenteeism, to lower the voluntary leave, so people who leave without letting you the opportunity to make them stay, but also they make you improve the customer satisfaction and your productivity. And I'll give you a really easy example. Imagine that you go to a 1-star, 2-star Michelin restaurant. All your friends tell you, oh, the food is amazing. They have an amazing chef. The restaurant is fantastic, super beautiful. You arrive there, and the bartender or the waiter comes to you. They see you, like, oh, what do you recommend? Well, that really depends on what you like. Everything is good. Okay. Oh, what wine do you recommend? Whatever. Everything is good. And they just serve you the food, and the bartender is so, the waiter is so. You leave, you are happy, the restaurant was fantastic, everything was fantastic, but you have this feeling of, well, it wasn't that good, no? But when you go to the same restaurant and the person, welcome, how are you? Well, we're super happy to have you here. Like, I choose this table for you. Oh, what can I eat? Oh, if you like spicy, try this one. Or people love this. Like the energy of that person, the bartender, is totally different. If he believes or she believes in what he's doing and the purpose of, in this case, of the restaurant, you will see that energy, and you will live like, whoa, it was really amazing. And the only thing that changed was the person, and the person believing their job, and believing their mission, and believing what the company was trying to achieve there. So I wanted to put like this example, because sometimes it's like, oh, no, purpose, like it's super high. No, it's not that high. Like you see it in everyday actions. If you go to the supermarket and you go to buy fish, and the person is engaged with, you feel it. So that is why it's important to have people engaged in these 3 levels. So, and also some data that's saying like 66% of the people want to know about the culture and the values of the company. 67 of the people want to expect the company to have an inspiring purpose, and 80% of the people they hope that the job they will have, like, will make them feel fulfilled. So we have these variables here. So we know people want to know this information. So we have to see how we can provide this. So that's why our challenge right now, what we want is to attract people and convince people who fit with us. So we want to attract people that matches who we are, like the same way we're dating. We want to find people that they're like us and they will like us. And also we want them to wish to be part of our company. We want them to really die to join our company. With the same, when you go on holidays, before you arrive to the hotel, if you check the hotel online, you are dying to arrive, and no, I'm gonna leave this, so we want people to come to our job interviews wishing and dying for working with us. Okay, we cannot come and, well, I checked your website, well, the information about your history was cool. No, we want people to feel like passionate. Okay, so how do we achieve this? The first step is building our employer branding. Okay, building our brand. What is employer branding? Is the promise that I give to you about how it's going to be working in our companies. So the experience you're going to live when you work in our company. That's our employer brand. So it's that promise. So, and once I have this promise built, what the inbound recruiting does is to communicate it. So there are two different strategies. Employer branding is building the brand, and inbound recruiting is communicating that brand so people find you, so people get motivated to work with you. So today we are not gonna go super deep about how to build employer brand. We're gonna go more like into the inbound recruiting methodology. But what are the pillars to build our employer brand? First, it's our company purpose. So that's the pyramid, the top. We need the top. Like, what is our company purpose? Second, we need to know really well who are our candidate personas. Who are we trying to hire? Not in terms of what experience the people need or what knowledge. It's not what people value and what people want. If we want to hire IT people or if we want to hire salespeople, they will look for in a company different stuff. So we need to know what they value, the kind of people that we want to attract, in order to, third, communicate our employee value proposition, which is like all the benefits that people see by working with us. Like, this is the answer why I should work with you. That's our employee value proposition. All the different reasons why I should work with you, knowing the candidate persona, and also explaining our purpose, our company purpose. So when we have this build, we have like this employer brand clear. We have the candidate persona, we have the company purpose, and we have the employee value proposition. We can start to communicate with the inbound recruiting methodology, which is a new way to attract and hire talent. Why we created this methodology? Because recruiting is not working. What all the recruiters do, as you see in this image, what they do is they post and pray. They go to job boards and they post the same job offer that we've been posting for years, and now everything changed, but we're posting the same job offer. Or we go to job boards, we check the different job offers, and we do like a Frankenstein of a job offer, and we post it. And please, we pray to get the best candidates. Please send me good candidates, but not too many, because I have to spend like so much time screening. So this kind of recruiting is like buying a lottery. It's the same for candidates. When they apply, it's like when you have like 300 candidates applying to be the one selected, it's a lottery. But the same, like to just post a job offer that the only thing that explains is what you're going to be doing, and second, what are the requirements, to have applicants that match our purpose, match our culture, that they are engaged, they are motivated. It's impossible. So it's like, as you say, Marianne, is praying for a miracle. So that's the first thing that most recruiters do: post and pray. So this is not the best strategy to get the best talent. We will see what we can do to improve this. And the second strategy they do is like they call contact candidates. Everybody goes on LinkedIn nowadays, and I start reaching candidates. Please let me show you an opportunity. I have this very interesting. I really want to talk to you. And all of us, or like most of recruiters, what they do, they go with the PDF or they go with the link to that job offer, that the only thing that explains is the position and the position, the functions and the requirements, and nothing else. They don't explain anything about the culture, not anything about the purpose, anything about the employee value proposition. The only thing explains is what you're going to be doing and what are the requirements, which when I read this PDF and I receive, and you're trying to seduce me and you're trying to get me on an interview, it's like, I don't see any reason why I should come to an interview to you. And with all of us, we do this, and candidates are super tired of receiving emails like with templates. The only thing we do, copy paste, change the name, copy paste, change the name, link, send. That doesn't work anymore because people is tired of this, and we need to do different stuff, because you don't buy like this. Like, people is tired of call emails from sales, so candidates are tired of call emails from recruiters. So that's why we created this inbound recruiting methodology. And what we want is to fully center our recruitment strategy into the candidate. Okay, and we created 4 stages. Today we're going to see like a little bit each of these phases. So what we want is like to provide the best experience to the candidate. So to give everything the candidate wants. There's the talent there. The talent is there. The talent we want to attract, and we need to attract them. How? with our employer brand, with our career page, with social media. Then once we attract them, once they come to visit us, we want to convert them. How we convert? With inbound job offers, doing social recruiting strategies or recruitment marketing. And then when they convert into candidates, we want to automate our recruitment process in order to provide the best experience for the candidates, because remember, they are our customers. So, and this is a fully centered, this is fully centered methodology to the candidates. So we need to provide them the best experience. And then once they become employees, we want them to turn into ambassadors. We want them to help us attract more talent, and that becomes like a virtuous cycle. So let's go ahead and see the different things we can do in order to attract the best talent. And before we get into this, I wanted, if you can comment on LinkedIn and YouTube, why do you work in your company? And also, like, Alex and Mickey, feel free to comment, because I would love to know why do you work in your company? What are the main reasons you work in your company, or you are happy working in your company? Can you like share it in the chat? So I know that you are here, and also like it will be cool like to know why you are working in your company. Alex saying the learning part of it. This is just to do like a small experiment, to work on big goals with talented people. What else? Veronica saying, I work for my company because it was great culture, flexible timing, work-life balance. Fantastic, Veronica. I'm just gonna give you one more minute and then we will go. But I wanted to know some of the reasons you work in your company, you're happy working in your company. Marianne say like centric people company. I love like to know more about it. Luis was saying talented people and fun environment, a never-ending purpose that Willow grows its founders. Fantastic. Luis is talking about purpose, but it's talking about the people, the environment. Andrea's the people and the learning opportunities. Fantastic, Andrea. So I was asking this because to know like a little bit, this is like the super top, like your employee value proposition of your company. Why people work in your company? Why should I join? So my no, you know all your reasons. So the next question I have for you is like a candidate that comes to evaluate your company. Does he or she see all these reasons? How is it working in your company? What's your purpose? All that information. Like now we have like Mireia, hello Mireia, exciting projects and social values. Do I see like this purpose? Viriago was saying the purpose of the company. It get me to bring on board new initiative which are accepted and implemented. I can make the difference. Daniel was saying I can make the difference in the new process in the company. Mark was saying the perks. So do I see all this information? Because these are the reasons you work in your company. So when I go check your career site, which is like the main thing, do I see all these reasons? Do I see this well explained, this culture, this environment, these learning opportunities, this living the purpose? Do I see all of this well explained? Can I see it with videos? Can I see it with images? Can I see all of this? Because that are the reasons you are working in your company, you're happy working in your company. So the first thing we need to do is to create a compelling career page, because that's the website, is where you sell your product. Your product is working in your company. So the same, it will be insane for anyone who wants to sell anything online not to have a website. If your career page is not showing all the information, all the reasons why people choose to work with you and then they're happy working for you, it's nonsense, because people will come to check your values, your day-to-day, your purpose there. So what you should be checking your career site if you don't have it already: who are you? Why do you exist? Okay, introduce yourself, explain your purpose. What makes you special? All your companies are special. You can explain me right now. If I will sit with you, you could explain me why your company is special. Do I see all that reasons in your career site? why anybody should work with you, all your employee value proposition. Give me all the reasons, the learning, the perks, the environment, and explain them. Explain them with details. If you can show me videos, if you can show me photos, you can show me everything that will help me understand, please put it there. How is it working there? How is the day-to-day? How now that you are working maybe remote, how are you organizing yourself? How do you make decisions? Explain it, everything. The same way when you go buy a product, you see all the information. Before I was selling software, we were explaining everything about the software, all the benefits, how will be the software, the different features. So here's the same. When you sell a product, you're selling a product right now that is working in your company. Before I make the decision, if you want people to come, engage, and motivated and wishing to be part of your company, this should be explaining everything. And then explain me all the benefits, all the perks, and testimonials. Real testimonials of your people, of your employees that they're engaged. Give them voice. Make them record themselves explaining, or record some video. Ask your team. Say, hey, can you record 1 minute video, like an Instagram story, explaining why you were here, or explaining why you will recommend someone in IT to join us, why you put it there. Or even like a fact page, like the frequently asked questions. What is the things that people ask you most frequently? Answer them in your career site. Okay, that is the first step. And a lot of companies are missing this point. And this is the most important point, because this is the center of your recruitment. When you post job offers, send them to your career site to get convinced. When you do emails, send them to your career site to convince them. Okay? Second, social media. Like, everybody's using social media. Everybody. Like, there's no one right now you find out probably about us in social media. So the same when we're single and we want to get to know new people, what do? We go to social media. And what we want is people to become fan of our company. What we want is people who get to know our company even before they join us. So what we can post in social media, our day-to-day, like you have even if it's remote, people, you're doing meetings, you're doing initiative, maybe you're doing online after work, whatever you're doing, share it online. Share this moment, share your value proposition in photos and with testimonials, showing different elements of your culture in your social media, or even interesting content, or answering your candidate questions. There's a lot of content you can be sharing. But imagine that you have to, if you are single, what you're going to post on Instagram? You're going to post sexy pictures, no? So here's kind of the same. You have to post sexy pictures about your company. So people, first, your employees, live it and they say, wow, and they feel proud and they feel engaged with your company. And on the other side, that will help you attract talent. And people know how to use social media. And your employees, if you feature them in social media, believe me, they will be happy. Believe me, they will be sharing it with other people. And if you want examples, there's a lot of companies, but for instance, HubSpot, if you check HubSpot Live, they're doing an amazing job as well. Third, the inbound job offers. This is one of the most important parts, okay? We need to change the way we create job offers. Seriously. It's a way to sell super outdated. Like, imagine that you had to buy or choose a product in the menu by looking at its ingredient table, or looking at the values of the calories or the fat or the protein that they have. It's zero sexy. Right now, when we look at job offers, the only thing you explain is what I'm going to be doing and the requirements. Nothing really matters in that job offer for me. If I'm a marketing director, I know what I'll be doing. What I want to know is why I should be joining your project, how it's going to be working with you. I don't want to know what I'm going to be doing. Obviously, later you can explain me, but what's going to make me move, what's going to convince me to work with you and to choose you over another company is not the what I'm going to be doing. It's the why I should join your company, why I should join this position, and how it's going to be working in your company. How is the team? How is the day-to-day? Explain it in that order. Focus on the benefits. Explain me all you are selling. This is a landing page. This is like if it was an e-commerce, this is the product you're selling. So show me, and like the same, what it will sell you better, like this table that with all the specifics, or a picture of what you want to eat and the different ingredients. And even like you have the benefits of eating this in the site will be like even cooler, no? So we want to we do marketing, we are selling in our inbound, our job offers have to sell. Check your job offers, like all of them, what they are like. Oh, we are the leading company in this sector with more than 2 years, we have 2,000 employees. Why should I care about this information? This is the most important thing to tell me. If you have 1 minute to convince me to join your company, that's the thing you explain in your in the telephone call or an interview. No, explain me. When I ask you why you work in your company, none of you tell me like, oh, I work in the leading company in the leading sector and we are more than two. No, you explain me, oh, here's super cool because we live the purpose, we have an amazing environment. Explain me that in the job offer, seriously. And if you can explain it in a video, better. We use videos everywhere, so let's put a video in the job offer with the recruiter, of a colleague, of the director of the department, explaining the experience that person will live by joining you. We need to convince people in the job offer. Okay. What else? Social recruiting. We have to reach candidates in an inbound way. If we don't the social media part, people will start engaging. But when we engage with candidates because we decided to reach them in cold, at least be engaging and be personal. You can send them videos saying, hey, how are you, Tony? I checked your profile. It's really cool because, and I think that will be interesting because, and you explain all the reasons why you think that job offer will be interesting for that person. People don't want to meet you. I don't want to meet. I know that you want to sell me. First, give me all the information. Give me that inbound job offer. Put me the link of your career site. So I'm going to check and I'm going to decide if I want to work for you. But when you reach me with a personalized video explaining why you think I should join your company and all the benefits, you have better chances to get higher response rate and to convince candidates. But you have to tell them, you have to let them know why they should join your company, what they gain, all the benefits. We change the way we reach them, because now we reach, hey, I want to reach to you because I want to interview you. I want you to go in a phone call with me. We don't buy this way. First, send me the benefits, then we will go to a call. Okay, you have to make them feel special. What else? Then candidate experience. That is super important. It's the same when we are buying anything online. We want to have the best experience. No, when you go to Amazon or you go to Booking, you know what to expect. You have answered right away. They make you feel special. The same. You have probably in your ATS already set up some emails. It's the same work right now. To send a boring message saying, hey, we received your application, we'll contact you, whatever. It's like, hey, we're super happy to have you. Thank you for applying. Look, here you have a video with our culture. Look, here you have a PDF explaining the different steps of the recruitment process. You will see our culture, our values, some tips to prepare the interviews. That's the same mail. But seriously, check your emails, apply to your job offers, and check the emails you receive. This is seriously the best email you can be sending right now. This is the best email? No? So improve it, because that is what is receiving people. And probably your company have like more than 500 people applying every day. So 500 people every day, they're receiving this boring message. This is the first interaction that this person is having with you. You want this person to say, wow, what is this? This is amazing. I love this company. Just by the message they send me once I applied. Because that's where everything starts. So it's your opportunity to delight that candidate, to say, hey, we're special. Maybe it's a video, a general video of you introducing the company, thanking them for applying, and letting know what are the next steps. Okay, so please check the candidate experience. Put yourself in the candidate's shoes, apply to job offers, and check if you like what you see. Then the talent community is the same. People now more and more, we are communities. So you need to nurture your database. So the same way we are doing here, we're creating content, we are sending you valuable content, and this is, we do it not with an interest of anything, because right now we're just like doing it in the interest of sharing content and creating a community. So the same with your candidates. You have a lot of people applying to your company. They like your company. They wanted to be part of it. Make them feel special, nurture them, because maybe in the future they will apply to future job openings, or they might recommend someone. But you have like a lot of people in your database that you can nurture with their interesting content, with content about your employer brand, with things you do. And build a pipeline. You should be building a pipeline through content, so you have a lot of people, and the first thing you do when you have a job opening is to reach your database, not posting and praying or going to LinkedIn like crazy. First, go to your community, your talent community, but you have to nurture that community. You have to send them interesting content that is super easy to do. Okay. And the last, just touching the little points, the referrals and ambassador program. Like hiring is everybody's job, not just the HR department job. Because at the end, the HR department is recruiting for all departments. And the ones who are the most interested of having the best talent is every team. If I'm working in marketing, I'm the manager of the marketing team, I'm the most interested of having the best talent. So we need to do a referral program, an ambassador program, if we're in HR, in order to push and make them see that they have to help us communicate our employer brand, communicate our job offers, communicate how is it working in our company in order to attract the best talent. It's not just HR job, it's everybody's job. And when we create ambassadors or referral programs, we need to make our team see this. It's not the HR problem, it's the company's mission to have the best talent, and it's in the best interest. Do you want to work with the best talent? Yes. So please help me share the job offer, post content about how the culture, post content about how is it working in our company in order to attract the best talent. Okay. And at the end, if we have this, we will keep this circle alive, and more over the time, we'll have better candidates, more candidates coming to our job offers, and people that will be excited to join us. So at the end, it's like, take care of the candidates, think about them as customers. What I'm showing you is a marketing strategy and sales strategy applying to recruitment, but it's the same. And we want, at the end, people who become ambassadors of our brand, so they bring more talent. So thank you. Now I'm gonna join Alex and Mickey to the conversation. And please, if you have questions, if you have comments about what we've been sharing, please do comment and share with us, because we love to know your input as well. If you're doing anything that I've been sharing, what is the takeaway you're taking from these presentations? So maybe Alex or Mickey, what was your biggest wow or your biggest takeaway, even though you know the methodology quite well?
First of all,
you want to go?
Yeah, thank you, Tony, for this chat and for letting us know about all these things. It's like I've seen it before, but every time you listen to it again, it's like inspiring and it's energizing again, and it refreshes all about the fact that we need to do things in a new way. And then that's why Quiet is here, because in the work side of society and life, we figured that we needed to do things a bit differently, and that's a very good example. So thank you. To me, it comes down to make it like everything that you say. It comes down to realizing that two things. Like, first of all, that you're talking to people, and people want to feel special. People have needs. People want to feel important. So you got to make that experience special. You got to talk to the person. You don't want to create things that are automatic and then boom, 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 I send it to as many people as I can. No, you gotta make it special. Sometimes to scale, you gotta do things that don't scale, and provide this really personalized experience to all the candidates. And if you can provide a personalized experience to fewer candidates, because when there's more candidates, well, then select them better and only select the best, but then provide the personalized experience. So I think that all that you were saying about the videos and all this content that you can create, and you can do more things. You can do slide decks. You can do landing pages. You can do you can innovate also and tell us, and tell Tony, and Tony will incorporate it to the next time that he explains inbound recruiting. I think that it's open, but the mindset here is that it's a person. We're talking to a person. It's not a robot. He or she has feelings, and they will remember us in front of other companies if we make them, if we touch their emotions. They will remember how we make them feel. No? So that's to me the first thing. And then the second thing is about the partnership. Like, you're gonna pretend, okay, I'm gonna have a partnership with this person, and we're gonna have a little contract, because a partnership needs a little paper to say we're partners. But in that contract, I'm gonna talk about what I need, and then what the other person needs. Well, I don't care that much. We will figure it out later. But that's not how it works. And like Tony was saying, it's really important. Like, tell me, are 50% of your job descriptions talking about what the other person needs? Like, are 50% of your job description saying, you will have the opportunity to do this, you will have that benefit, you will get exposed to all of those things? Or is 80, 90, 99% of your job description about this is what you're going to be doing, and this is your job title, and this is how many hours I want you to do this for every day, and this is where you're going to be doing it from? And because if you do it like that, I don't think many people will be very, very excited about reading those things. So to me, that's the summary. You got to make it personal. You got to make people feel and be excited about what you're doing. And it's a partnership. Realize that it's a partnership. It's a partnership, and then in that contract, in that job description, well, you put it together because you're the company, you start, but that doesn't mean that you occupy 99% of the space in a job description.
Yeah, and the only about you're saying is like only check how the job offers start. We are looking for, so they start talking about what they are looking, what they want, and in any other sector, we talk this way. You never seen any salespeople saying, "Hey, I'm looking for customers who wants to buy." No, they're looking for customers, obviously, but they never start a sales or marketing message saying, we are looking for, or hey, we want more customers. It's obvious. They explain the value proposition. So in job offers, we need to do the same. Check your job offer and start changing your language. And instead of saying we are looking, it's like we offer you the different benefits.
At the same time, if you make it, you gotta talk about what you need. But if you tell me what you need, tell me about what you need to achieve. Don't tell me about what I need to do. Like, because if we start like that, we're the ownership in Quadri, we always talk about ownership and how we're gonna make people feel like owners. Well, if you tell me you're gonna be doing A, B, C, and D during I don't know how many hours every day, and that's what you're suggesting to me, and then you want me to go and be excited, well, that's not gonna happen. Tell me, look, if you have these superpowers, I want you to, conquer that goal, that objective, that fantastic challenge. Then I'm gonna be like, oh my God. But do not pretend to tell me every single thing I'm gonna be doing. It's not a game of inputs, it's a game of outputs. And that's how you excite people.
Let me be a little bit of the devil's advocate here, as you two are the experts in hiring, because what you say makes full sense, right? I mean, no doubt that whatever companies are doing, it doesn't really work, or there's huge improvement here, especially on the human side, especially making us, as you're saying, on the special feeling side of people. But let me ask you a couple of questions. Obviously, all this change requires more work, right? I mean, it's very easy to copy paste one job offer and put it in 23 job boards, and it's another thing to make individualized videos or to run 7 social networks at the same time. So my question, I have 2 questions, maybe one for Tony and one for Mickey. So the first one is, how do we leverage technology to make this scalable? And the second one for Mickey is, how does maybe HR leverage the whole management, the whole set of managers that an organization has in order to, let's say, outsource part of this process, right, and make it fully scalable? So one is technology, and the one is let's use the managers, as the hiring managers.
So what I'm seeing with all the projects and the trainings, and because that's sometimes when I do workshops and trainings in companies, it's like, oh, Tony, but that's a lot of work, because first, obviously, we need to change everything. First, there's a lot of things that they are just one-off. Like doing the career side, you have to do it once. When it's done, it's an asset that you use all the time, and it's there. The social media, a lot of companies, they're already posting in social media. The only thing is that they're doing it wrong, or they're doing very inefficient. So they're wasting time because it's not an they should post job offers, but I never check how many applicants I get. I get almost zero engagement when we post job offers on LinkedIn, for instance, because what I post is like, well, we're looking for this, and we post the job offer, but you don't put any reason. So there's a lot of things that we're already doing. The candidate experience, you do the setup once, and it's the same effort to do it, but like saying, hey, a message that a really cool message, and improve this is maybe half an hour of your time. But then what we see is like, okay, now when you start implementing this, imagine the job offer, the email job offer. No, obviously at the first time you do it, you're gonna spend more time in doing the candidate personas and writing it this way. Probably now you spend 10 minutes creating the job offer. After, if it's the first time you are doing it and you have to interview people in order to get the value proposition, put that you're going to spend 4 hours. But then if you look at the total length of your recruitment process, all the times is shorter. Why? Because people have more information about the job offer, is more attractive, so the applicants I'm getting, they are better qualified. So, and then the recruitment process is much faster, because what we do now is like, we post the job offer, we wait 2 weeks, and then we get applicants, we start screening candidates, they are not really good, so I have to go on LinkedIn, and I go on LinkedIn and I write to, imagine 100 candidates, and I get like just 20 of them replying. If I create a personal message and probably with the same time I send 50 messages, but I get like 50, 60, 70% response ratio, my job is much more efficient, because it has no sense to reach 100 candidates with the time that you spend doing this and just having 20% of the people answering to you. This is crazy. And that's are usually the numbers that people are managing. So it's like, no, we need to improve this. And then once you have done the job offer, the attractive job offer once for that position, the next time you spend 10 minutes because you already have it. But the thing is, we always go look in the job portals to find job offers. We do a mashup and a Frankenstein with different job offers that they are wrong. And what I'm seeing now, and the people who come to my trainings and they are super happy about, is that they create job offers from zero. They create job offers from the information that their employees they are giving them. So, and that's first is more fun, and second is more effective. And all the times when you check the full recruitment process is shorter. So, and also I was saying, like, also technology can help you to automatize stuff like the pipeline, the database. It can help you a lot. All the candidate experience, it can help you a lot. But there's some work at the beginning that you have to do. But seriously, it's like when you are sharpening your axe, like doing the candidate persona, writing the job offer in a more attractive way, is sharpening your axe, because when you post job offers, within 3 days, you will have like good candidates that match what you really want, candidates that are excited to join your company. And for sure, like I see Hortensia around here who was sharing the comment later, I'll read it. We did the project together, and it was a big change in the way we changed their job offers. And I'm going to share her comment. She says, like, I can say that the hardest part is at the beginning, but after setting some things, it gets easier, but always depend on the availability of the team and the commitment of the team. That's always about the commitment. But once you do it, at the beginning, it's hard because it's the first time, but later it goes and it's much easier and you enjoy it more. I don't know, Mickey, about the second, what do you think?
I even forgot. I'm joking. No, to me, I said it last time that we did a master class, and I say it again. In my view, I'm not only talking to HR professionals, I'm talking to managers, because life changes a lot as a manager when you realize that HR facilitates hiring, but you lead and own your hiring. And why? Well, because you are the highest interest in that hiring going well, it resides on you. So you have the biggest incentive to drive that hiring and make it go well. And at the end of the day, the success of a manager is the success of the different outputs of the team. And you want to put a team together that makes you successful. And if you want to do that, do not delegate that to HR. HR is there to facilitate it, because it's difficult for you to do some of the things. I have to go on LinkedIn and source for candidates. Well, I can do it, but maybe if these guys have LinkedIn Recruiter and they're great sources, they can help me a bit. Okay. I want to refer people, but if these guys can help me with a referral program so that I can have higher reach or bigger reach, that helps. I want to interview people, but the process is hard for me because we need to coordinate interviews and have a lot of work. Of course, they can help you facilitate the process, but it's led by the managers. And I think that it all falls down to changing the mindset and the culture of the company. And you gotta have, if you're scaling, If you're not scaling, it's a bit different. But if you're scaling, you got to have this hiring mindset, this culture of hiring. And this culture of hiring comes from the likes of Netflix, Google. They all applied it. And for instance, in Google, before they were 20,000 employees, versus it was like a rapid scaling at the beginning, everybody was dedicating from 4 to 10 hours in average to recruitment, because that's the one single most important thing in the company. Like, who is going to join our company and going to help us take this to the next level? There's everything else is kind of like secondary, because these are the people that come before the ideas, because these great people will then, enable the ideas or take average ideas and make them great. And that's what's going to move the needle for your company. So that's the one most important thing for your team and for the company. So I think that, first of all, the founder or CEO needs to have this realization and then instill it in the management, and then it cascades all the way down. No? So it's the only way, because if you have a small HR team and you want to grow by, I don't know, 100, 200, 1,000 people every year, well, that is very hard. But if you sort of have the teams lead hiring and then have HR only facilitating that hiring, then it's a whole other ballgame. It becomes possible to scale it. And not only by having the team and the manager lead it in a more intentional way, but also by having culture carriers, for instance. So you have other people within the organization that live by your values, who can then do the culture calls, which are very important. But it doesn't have to be HR doing interviews all day. Take HR people, don't make them do interviews all day, because the manager and team calls are done by the teams, and the culture calls are done by the culture carriers. And initially, if you want to screen, you can do it in bulk, so you can do many people at the same time, or you could either also use an assignment. Like, instead of having an HR person doing an initial screen, just give people an assignment. Have them do the assignment. I trust that assignment much more, 10,000 times more as a manager than any interview that you bring to me, structured or unstructured. I don't care. So by doing all these little things, I think that you can put your HR people to do what they do best, to is facilitate the hiring processes, make sure that all the candidate experience works well, and the scheduling of interviews and the handling of all the hiring processes is done well. And at the same time, they help you bring some people in the pipeline, because it's not only going to be done by the manager. But as a manager, like our founder tells them, the TA team, talent acquisition team, didn't bring me any candidates, they tell our CEO. And the CEO is like, the TA team is not going to bring you candidates. You are going to bring the candidates, and they will support you in the ways you ask. So if you ask them, I want to post in this specific job, or I want to talk to that recruiting agency because they work really well for this specific position, they will help you. But you really need to push it. They can do sourcing on LinkedIn, of course they can. But you drive it, ask how many people do you want, how do they want, what skills do they have, you drive it. So when it becomes a collaboration like that, the role of HR from everything, it becomes only a part, only facilitation, and then it can scale. And that's in the best interest of everybody. Managers, teams, companies, HR. I think it's a huge win-win.
Exactly.
Tony, one question I want to ask you again, as an expert in this. Let's say I'm not using inbound recruiting methodology. Okay, my company is not at this stage, and I want to start. Where would I start? What are the first 3 steps? I know that I can do many things, but let's say I have to start tomorrow and I want to start doing something, and it doesn't need to be perfect. Where should I start, and where should I put my focus and effort?
Yeah, for me, it will be like, okay, for sure you have job openings right now. Now that they are the most urgent thing to fill, like I need to fill some positions already. So I'll say, okay, what we can do is, first, if you're hiring, I don't know, someone for the sales team, for someone for the HR team, someone for the whatever team, go and see who are the most engaged employees in that department, or in people that have the same job position, So go and interview them and ask them, why are you working here? What makes you what are the things that you value the most? What is the thing you value the most about your colleagues, about your day-to-day? And take all these reasons, do like 3 interviews to 3 different people, take all these reasons and change the way you create the job offer. So instead of explaining what you're going to be doing, start explaining why you should join, what is the benefit that everybody says. Like here I ask you, why are you working in your company? And for instance, you say learning. So the first thing I should focus on the job offer should be on the learning benefit. Like, hey, do you want to join us? And you will be learning about, because then I will ask you, what do you like about learning? How is it learning in GB Foods in this case? And I'm going to be writing the job offers in this way. And then another thing we can do is like, hey, who is the manager of that position? Or who is a colleague? Can they record themselves 1 video, 1 minute video? Like, or Mickey, maybe HR can provide the mobile phone and they go, and can you explain in 1 minute why they should join? You can talk about learning, you can talk about the perks, you can talk about the culture, because they are the 3 main reasons people work with us, and they're happy working with us in that position. And you do this video. So this is not super difficult to do. And also we will help you to choose better candidates, but you will know why people are working for you and why they're happy. So it will be a better predictor when you do interviews to know if that person will be happy working in your company and they have the right expectations, because they will explain you the reality. So for me, that will be like the first part. And then in the side parallel, I will start working in the career side. The career side for me is everything. It's like, hey, I have to convince someone, I show the career side. At the end is like, for sure, like we have already a career site, but most of them, they explain little information and they have the job offers and nothing else. So, hey, start adding information, start adding the reasons people choose, start adding pictures, start adding stuff. So the career page will do the job for you. Like, not because they will bring a lot of traffic, but it will help you to convince people. So that will be, and then we can, again, you can check your candidate experience, apply to one job offer and say, hey, this is the best candidate experience I can provide right now. Because probably, I will say, like, your welcome message or even your applying process, maybe it generates a lot of friction. But what happens, nobody applies to job offers at their own company, so nobody knows. So I will do these quick checks that in marketing, you do it all the time. You do A/B testing. You do, why? You want to improve conversion. You want to improve that people who comes to your website, like, convert. And so HR has the same, or recruiting in this case, has the same goal. Like, you want to convert people. So you should be like tweaking and improving the content, the way you write emails, the way you, but we don't spend time doing this. We spend time like doing a lot of stuff because we have a lot of positions, we need to fill it, but we do it within a really inefficient way. And then we're doing marketing. When we are in the first phase, we are doing marketing. There's nothing different. What I'm teaching you, my background is marketing. I'm teaching marketing. And then once we talk with candidates, we're doing kind of the sales and partnership part that Mickey was talking about. And we have to make sure that both we're going to be happy and we're going to have a long relationship, and we have like the expectations well set, so we don't have a churn in less than a year, which is like what nobody wants. So it's the same. So learn from these processes and focus on the right stuff, but let's not learn from the recruitment right now. If we go and look in job portals about the best job offers, we're not going to find them there. We have to write them because they don't exist right now, because people, they learn to write job offers in the old school way, and we need to change it. We need to stop and say, hey, this is not working. Seriously, people don't care about this. And if you want to engage people, that is what everybody wants, engage people, committed people, we need to change the way we recruit and focusing on the pyramid, on the top of the pyramid, not on the bottom. So the top is purpose and culture. So explain this everywhere, so people will come for this. They don't want to come for your salary. That will be like a summary of why you should be doing this.
And I think that good rule of thumb, whenever you're doing something for people in a company, check what they're doing in the same space for customers. There's going to be a department in your company that is doing the same exact thing, but for a customer instead of for a candidate. And then try to understand why there's differences in how you approach it for a customer and how you approach it for a candidate. If you see that your website is so cool and it's so easy to navigate, and oh my God, I can buy in one click, and then you go into your careers page, and you see like there's a lot of friction. It's hidden in the oh my God, in like Mordor, and you cannot even find the links, and there's no information, no pictures. It's like, why is there a separation? Why are we not doing the same thing? We're appealing. It's marketing. Like, we're appealing to the emotion of the person. We're trying to convince somebody. We're trying to move them in a way that they like, oh my God, I want to do that. So it's the same. Oh my God, I want to buy your product. Oh my God, I want to work for you. It's kind of like the same thing. And so whenever you see separations between what you're doing for your candidate and your customer, start asking why. Don't assume that that's, yeah, but everybody else does it like that. But I was about to say, fuck that, and finally I said it. But no, honestly, it's not good enough, like, because everybody else has done it this way for 200 years now. It's not good reason enough to keep doing it the same way. And the second thing that I wanted to say real quick is that some of the things that Tony is saying look like they're like, oh my God, if I want to implement this, it's like a project that I will have to go running for 2 sprints, which can be like 2 quarters, let's say, and I need to hire for right now. Well, there's bigger projects. Like, you want to reshape the employer brand. That's a big project. Okay, maybe you're going to take some weeks or even months to do that. But there's some other things that you don't have to wait to have like the whole ecosystem to start implementing. As a manager, I wanted to hire somebody. And the employer, and that's a real case, the employer brand the careers page of my company was not fully ready. I was like, okay, some of the things that I would like to do, which is share how we work, our purpose, values in a careers page, I cannot do it because, I need to wait. Right now, I cannot change the careers page for tomorrow. And I need to hire for tomorrow. Well, what we did is find substitutes that we could have by tomorrow. One was using Unbounds to create a landing page for the job. I don't have a careers page. I do not care. I create my own landing page that resembles a careers page literally in 2 hours. It's super easy to use. Another thing that I can do, I'll prepare a video, like Tony was saying. I'll record a video of myself. I'll tell the position myself. That's going to put me in a position of advantage compared to 99% of the other offers that person is going to see that day, that month, that year, that century. So there's little things that you can do for today, for tomorrow. It's not like inbound recruiting is something like, oh my God, inbound recruiting, I have to sell this to my boss. The next year, once I've sold it, I have to develop it for 1 more year. No, it's also some things that are really quick, tactical that you can implement, and it will be much better. And we've done in my company, we've done hirings in 2 weeks for director positions just by implementing some of these things. So,
yep. And also, like, just to add a little bit more, when I do what I presented today, when I do projects with companies, they last 1-2 months. So it's not like, oh, we're gonna be doing this for forever. No, like in 2 months, they have everything that I showed today working and implemented. So, and I'm not even working with them full time. So it's not something that it can take forever. It's really short. And I wanted to go because I see that there is a. Yeah, go ahead.
To measure this impact, it's easy because you change something, and don't worry, CEO or CHRO, whatever, you can really see, and I know you've done it. You have a job offer, and then you change it, add a video, add some inbound recruitment in the spice, you spice it up, and conversion rate
goes up. Yeah.
It's important because it's really easy to measure. It's not like, wow, blah, 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 marketing. No, you can see it.
Exactly. No, and the results, this is funny because when you explain it before you do it, everybody's like, well, yeah, but my job offers are really complicated. We change a little bit. Just like sometimes, like the creativity in social media, because they still, like, that happen now. They just change the messages in the creativity in the social media. They say, like, the comments that we have, the people who are applying is much better. They just change, like, the design of the Canva with the right messages. And instead of saying, like, we're looking for, we say, like, do you want this? Do you want this? Do you want this? This is a job position for you. So just changing this little stuff, you get more applicants and better qualified. So then when you change the job offer, when you add more social media posts, it's like it's adding because the expectations right now of the candidates are super low because people are doing it really bad, sadly. That when you do a little bit better than the rest, people is like, wow, what is this? Like, oh, you're amazing. And it's like, seriously, if you compare with the marketing departments, you will be, what the fuck is that?
Like, you add like this, and not only the candidate is like, oh my God, what is happening? I'm so happy with it
as well.
Your boss, your manager, as a manager or as an HR person, whoever, your guys are going to be like, oh, wow. It's like a landing page, a video for a job. Oh, so innovative. This person is so innovative. And It's probably what marketing was doing. Like, if you're still working in an office, which, by the way, I'm a remote fan, you guys know, if you're still in an office, just move 2 meters, go there and check what the marketing team is doing. Just get a session with them. They will explain you, and in 1 week, your life changes, really.
Yeah, there is a one question that says, and we can be closing, says, how do you advise to write the job ads to be better? So here I follow a simple rule. So I follow the structure of why, how, what. So like the classic one, no, they say like in order to convince. So first is like check your job offer starts with the why. Why should I join you? Yeah, why should I join you in that position? And why should I join your company? So first position, explain me the main benefits of joining the position, and explain me the purpose or why should I join your company. Then explain me the how is it working in your company. Explain me all the benefits that people mention, the learning, the environment, the whatever they value. Explain everything, and then you explain me the what. You explain me what requirements, but the requirements not just like what are they and why do you need them. Explain me the why you are asking for each requirement, and because at the end you ask them because you want to make sure that people fits in a job. People, when they join a job, they want to make sure that they have success. So when you explain the requirements, it's you can change it, and it's like what's gonna make you successful in this job position. Oh, if you have experience doing this because, and you explain everything, and then the job, the functions or the missions. No, as Miki was saying, explain me what you're gonna be doing and what is the purpose of each action or each mission you are writing me. What you want me to achieve? Don't explain me. Oh, you're gonna do a content plan for what? Like what we want to achieve, grow, what we want to achieve, had a bigger audience, start in a new country. Explain me all the reasons. So for me, that will be like the main tips for improving this. Obviously, well, I do a training of 3 hours just talking about this, but if you follow the why, how, what, it will improve a lot your job offers. And don't talk about what you want. Talk about what you offer. Always talk about the benefits of the people. So we change the way you communicate. And also like to Rick, Luis that was saying like your employees are the best ambassadors. Collect their feedback. I think the feedback part is really important when you write a job offer. Before posting, go and show them the job offer. Hey, is that what you really do? Can we improve? Can we explain this better? And they will provide you a lot of inputs in order to improve this. Or even to candidates, when you hire someone, the first day they come to the company, sit down with them, show them the job offer. Hey, what do you like about that job offer that you applied? What do you think could be improved? What you didn't understand? And just by asking feedback continuously to the people you hire, you can improve this. And it's free. And it's 5 minutes or even less. And the people who you ask to, they will feel valued. They will feel like their opinion matters. So it's a win-win for for everyone. So please do collect the feedback to design.
Actually, I wanna raise one question. Something that Naval says is like, play stupid games, you will win stupid prizes. And to me, that's very applicable to what you were saying. If you play the stupid game of talking about what you need people to do and how many years of experience you need them to have, you will win a stupid prize, which is, I want a director of finance or a CFO with 20 years of experience, CFO. And then you will get that. But maybe what you are is a startup. You have $5,000 in the bank. Your cash flow is really critical. And that person had been working for like a multinational company for 20 years and has not cared about a critical cash flow in his life or her life. But that means that you got somebody who cannot do what you're trying to achieve. So talk about goals, talk about challenges, and talk about outputs. Stop talking about what people need to do, how much experience they need to have. That's a stupid game.
Yeah. So I think with this idea, we can leave. I wanted, before we say goodbye, or you want to share, like if you want, you can subscribe in our LinkedIn or on YouTube channel, so you can receive when we start a new Quartet Masterclass in 2 weeks. And also you can subscribe to our website, getquartet.com, and you put join the community. So you get like a written summary of what we talked today. So what you usually do is like 1 week we send the new Quartet Masterclass with the new topic, and the next day we share a long newsletter with a really well compiled summary of what we talk in the talks. And also in the website you will find we're improving the website. You will find like the last posts that we've been posting, and you can find them as well in the Alex and Mickey's LinkedIn profile. that they're posting interesting content as well. So if you don't follow and link them, you can follow them. And
Well, I mean,
Try-
again.
what do you say?
I'm joking. Nothing. Close it up.
So yeah, like thanks a lot for being here, for your comments. I think it's really cool to have your inputs. I hope like you got a lot of ideas, so and you can implement them in your day-to-day in order, in this case, to improve the way you attract, convert, and engage the best talent with the inbound recruiting methodology. And also you can check the last quarter masterclasses in our YouTube channel. They are like already there, that we talk about purpose, and we talk about also like how to do a better hiring process. That was like super interesting as well, related to this. So yeah, thank you everyone. Alex, Mickey, if you want to say bye.
Nothing else on my end. Just thank you very much. I think it was wonderful. Again, inspiration and practical advice. So Tony, thanks, man. It was really useful.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Tony. And as I always say, a company becomes the people it hires, not the plan it makes. So really, really, really be mindful of that. And the same goes to managers, because a team becomes the people it hires. So that's not for HR people. That's for HR people, but also for anyone who has a team. So thank you, Tony.
I think that is the main idea as well, that everybody is in the best interest to do the best hiring and the best employer branding and the best inbound recruiting, not just HR, if not all the teams. So with this idea, we'll leave you until the next week, and yeah, and get quiet.